Heartland fans. Season 18, Episode 10 is almost here, bringing heartbreak, difficult choices, and emotional goodbyes. Amy's journey has taken us through grief, love, and recovery. But in this episode, the stakes are higher than ever. Who will Amy choose to stand by her side, Caleb or Nathan? Will Nathan's unwavering support be enough to win Amy's heart? And what about Lou? Is she really dying? Or is there still hope for her? Grab your tissues because the next chapter of Heartland is going to be an emotional roller coaster. In Season 18, the stakes have never been higher. If you've been following the season, you know Lou's journey has taken a heartbreaking turn. But what's really happening with her? Is her condition truly as dire as it seems? Or is there a chance for a miracle? The tension is mounting, and every moment is filled with uncertainty. The episode opens with Lo's condition casting a shadow over the ranch. Since her fall, Lo has been fighting for her life. Her head injury has left her in critical condition, while her broken leg serves as a constant reminder of the danger she faced. Though the Heartland family tries to remain hopeful, it's becoming increasingly clear that Lou's recovery might not be as straightforward as they hoped. Her condition continues to worsen, and doctors are growing concerned about her chances of survival. The family gathers around Lo, desperately trying to support her through the darkest hours of her life. Amy is torn between her love for her sister and the pressing decisions she still has to make. With Lou's life hanging in the balance, Amy faces not only the possibility of losing a loved one, but also the overwhelming questions about her own future. Amid this crisis, Lou makes a surprising request, one that adds a whole new layer of complexity to Amy's turbulent emotional state. Lou asks Amy to marry Nathan. Why would Lou, already facing the unimaginable, put this kind of pressure on Amy? Is it because she fears she won't be around to see Amy find happiness? Or is there something deeper at play? Whatever the reason, Lou's heartbreaking journey becomes a turning point for Amy. As Amy grapples with Lou's request and the weight of her own feelings, her decision becomes even more complicated. Will she honor Lou's wishes, or will she follow her own heart? As Lou fights for her life, Amy finds herself torn between grief, guilt, and the challenge of moving forward. The emotional weight of losing Ty still lingers heavily in her heart. Amy has been doing her best to hold things together for Lindy, but it's becoming harder to ignore the growing distance between her and the past. Throughout Season 18, Amy has been quietly struggling with her memories of Ty. The idea of loving someone else feels like a betrayal to the beautiful life they once shared. At the same time, the loneliness is suffocating. Her heart aches for Ty, but her desire for companionship is undeniable. Then there's Nathan. He has been by her side for a long time, offering unwavering support and understanding. His kindness and patience have been a beacon of light during Amy's darkest days. But is that enough to help Amy let go of the past and embrace a future with him? Or will she remain trapped in the memories of the love she lost? As Amy faces this internal conflict, the audience is left wondering, will Amy ever find it in herself to move on? Can she truly open her heart to someone new? The tension between her loyalty to Ty and her hope for new love creates a heartbreaking, relatable, and devastating conflict. In this episode, Amy reaches a breaking point. Her emotions spill over during a heartfelt conversation with Nathan. He senses her inner turmoil and gently urges her to face the reality of their situation. "Amy," Nathan says softly, "I care for you. I care for Lindy. But I need to know, do you see a future with me? Can you love again?" The weight of his words hits Amy like a ton of bricks. She knows it's time to confront her feelings, but she's unsure of what her heart is telling her. The pain of losing Ty is still fresh, and every time she looks at Nathan, it feels like a betrayal of the man she once loved. At the same time, she can't deny the connection they share. During their emotional exchange, Amy struggles to articulate her feelings. Finally, she admits, I don't know if I can ever love anyone the way I loved Ty. But Nathan, I can't keep living in the past forever. I need to know what we could be. Nathan's response is filled with empathy and tenderness. He tells Amy he's not asking her to forget Ty or the life they shared. He simply wants the chance to walk beside her, to give her space to heal, and to love her in his own way. This moment marks a turning point for Amy, but the answers she seeks remain unclear. The emotional complexity of Amy's struggle, torn between her loyalty to Ty and her growing feelings for Nathan, adds a layer of tension to the storyline. Viewers are left wondering whether Amy will find room in her heart for Nathan or remain anchored to the past. Just as Amy begins to open up to the possibility of a future with Nathan, a phone call changes everything. Nathan's dedication to Amy and Lindy has been evident throughout season 18. However, with Lou's worsening condition and Amy's emotional turmoil, his patience is being put to the test. Nathan has been everything Amy needs: supportive, understanding, and steadfast. Despite all this, the lingering question remains, is Nathan the one for Amy? In this pivotal episode, Nathan and Amy's relationship is tested in ways neither of them could have anticipated. Their deeply emotional conversation about the future pushes both characters to confront their fears and hopes. As the season unfolds, Amy's journey of healing and self-discovery takes center stage. Will Nathan's love be enough to help her move forward? Or will she remain lost in the past, unable to embrace the future? The circle of drama between Nathan, Amy, and Ty's memory arrives at its edge of boiling over in episode 10. As Amy grapples with this difficulty, her close-to-home battles advise us that recuperating is never direct, and that the heart frequently requires some investment to mend. Amy winds up at the core of a circle of drama that could have enduring outcomes. On one side, there's Nathan, enduring, mindful, and irrefutably dedicated to Amy. On the opposite side is Caleb, her ex, who has stayed a steady presence in her life, particularly as a mentor to Lindy. The two men have been vital to Amy's travel, yet this has yet to be addressed. Who is genuinely the perfect individual for Amy and Lindy? The unease among Nathan and Caleb is overwhelming all through the episode. Caleb, while grasping Amy's requirement for space and recuperating, can't disregard the developing association among her and Nathan. The powerful between the three is delicate, and breaks start to show. Caleb, consistently a dependable companion and committed father to Lindy, shares a profound and confounded history with Amy, a set of experiences loaded up with both love and torment. Since their division, both Amy and Caleb have changed in manners that are difficult to ignore. Caleb has over and again demonstrated his obligation to being there for Lindy and supporting Amy. Yet their past weighs intensely on their present. Amy should go up against whether they can remake something new, or on the other hand, assuming their set of experiences is too intricate to even consider surviving. While Caleb plainly wants to revive their relationship, Amy is unsure. She esteems his companionship and their bond, particularly with regards to Lindy. Nonetheless, where it counts, she knows her affections for Caleb have moved. What they once had has developed into something more non-romantic. Amy perceives that she and Caleb are at an intersection, one they can't overlook. However, Caleb's presence offers solace and commonality. Amy understands her heart is not generally fastened to their past. The affection they once shared may have been genuine, yet the individual she is currently is unique. The inquiry she faces is whether their past can act as an establishment for their future, or on the other hand, in the event that it's essentially too convoluted to even consider revamping. Caleb's job in Lindy's life adds one more layer of intricacy. However, he and Amy are not generally sincerely involved. He has been a crucial piece of Lindy's life. Their bond is clear, and Lindy considers him to be a mentor in numerous ways. This makes a predicament for Amy. Caleb has forever been there, supporting her even after their separation. Notwithstanding, she should find out if his presence as a mentor is sufficient, or on the other hand, on the off chance that she ought to push ahead with Nathan, all things considered. Amy's choice isn't just about her own cravings, it's about best for Lindy. Having proactively lost her dad, Ty, Lindy has gotten through sufficient shakiness. Amy believes her girl should feel cherished, secure, and stable. Yet, the topic of who can give that dependability isn't really basic. While Nathan offers a future Amy could imagine, Caleb's bond with Lindy can't be disregarded. His relationship with her is grounded in the sort of caring affection Amy profoundly esteems. Caleb isn't simply an ex wanting to revive their sentiment, he's somebody who has reliably shown his obligation to Lindy and their loved ones. As the episode unfolds, the weight of Amy's decision becomes even more pressing. Can she embrace a future with Nathan despite the guilt and emotional turmoil of letting go of Ty? Or does her history with Caleb provide the security she can't ignore? In the most pivotal scene, Amy sits down for a heart-to-heart with both Nathan and Caleb. Torn between the two men, she is unsure of the right choice, and the fear of losing herself in her grief is almost too much to bear. Caleb, with his familiar warmth and shared history, offers a heartfelt plea. "I know we've been through so much, Amy," he says earnestly, his eyes filled with sincerity. "But I'm still here for you. I'll always be here for Lindy. For you. That's never going to change." His words carry love and commitment, but are also laden with the weight of their past. Nathan, on the other hand, speaks with quiet truth, his voice steady but filled with longing. "Amy," he says gently, "I know this isn't easy, but I love you. I love Lindy. I want to build a life with both of you. I want to help you heal in whatever way I can, but I need you to be honest with yourself. You've carried this burden alone for so long. I'm not asking you to forget Ty, I'm asking you to give me a chance to show you that we can make a new life together. I want that for you and for Lindy." Amy is left standing at a crossroads, overwhelmed by the weight of her decision. Her heart aches as she considers both options, each offering a different kind of future, each tied to a different piece of her heart. The pain of losing Ty still lingers, but both Caleb and Nathan are offering her a chance at a new beginning. The question remains, which path will she choose, and what will the future hold for Amy, Lindy, and the Heartland family? Heartland Season 18, Episode 10 leaves us with more questions than answers. Amy's journey is far from over, and while this episode gives pivotal moments for both her personal growth and her relationships with Nathan and Caleb, the future is uncertain. One thing is clear though, Amy has come a long way since the early days of her grief. She's learned to balance her love for Ty with her desire for a future full of hope. And whatever choice she makes will be a testament to her strength and resilience. After all, Heartland has always been about the journey of healing, and for Amy, that journey is far from complete. As we look ahead to the next episode, one thing is certain. Amy's heartbreaking journey is set to take a few more unexpected turns, and the emotional roller coaster is far from over. As the tension between Caleb and Nathan escalates, Amy is forced to confront her own fears and dreams. The emotional weight of the choices she faces in Heartland Season 18, Episode 10, is enough to make anyone pause. On one hand, there's Caleb, her past and the father determined to be there for Lindy. On the other hand, there's Nathan, someone who has slowly but surely earned her trust, shown great patience, and offered her a chance at a new future. However, Amy's journey isn't just about choosing between men. It's about healing from a loss that no one could have anticipated. Ty's absence has left an unfillable void in her heart, and no matter how much she cares for Nathan or Caleb, the pain of moving on is real and raw. The struggle is internal. Amy needs to ask herself, can I truly love again? Is it fair to Ty's memory to allow someone else in? These questions weigh heavily on her heart, and no matter how much she may want to choose, Nathan, or perhaps Caleb, a part of her still feels bound by her love for Ty. In this emotionally charged episode of Heartland Season 18, Amy takes a step toward facing her fears. She has an honest conversation with Nathan, admitting the depth of her inner struggle. I'm scared, she tells him, her voice trembling. I'm scared that if I let go of the past, I'll forget about Ty, or, worse, betray him. I don't know if I'm ready to let someone new in. Not yet. Nathan listens carefully, his face full of understanding. He doesn't push her. Instead, he reassures her, you don't have to forget about Ty. You don't have to move on for anyone but yourself, Amy. But don't close your heart off. You deserve love, too. You deserve happiness, and I'm here whenever you're ready. Nathan's words echo in Amy's mind, but she's still not sure. She finds herself haunted by thoughts of Ty and the love they shared. Could she ever have that again? Is it possible to have a future with Nathan while honoring the memory of the person she loved? Amy's struggle deepens as Lo, fighting for her life, shares a rare, vulnerable moment with her. With clarity and compassion, Lou pulls Amy aside, looking her in the eyes with a gaze full of understanding. Amy, you've been through so much, Lou says softly. But don't let the past hold you back. Ty wouldn't want you to live in pain forever. He'd want you to live, to love again, and to give Lindy the future she deserves. You have so much love to offer, and you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your own. Lou's words resonate deeply with Amy. In that moment, she begins to understand that moving forward doesn't mean forgetting Ty. It means giving herself the freedom to feel joy and love again. Ty will always be a part of her, but his memory doesn't have to be a barrier to her future. With this newfound clarity, Amy starts to consider the possibility of a life with Nathan. But even as she opens her heart to him, doubt lingers. As much as she cares for him, as much as he's been there for her, the fear of getting hurt again is always in the back of her mind. Love is a risk, and it's one that Amy is starting to feel ready to take. Amy's journey has led her to a crossroads, and now the time has come for her to make a decision that will shape her future. Will she choose Nathan, the man who has stood by her side through thick and thin? Or will she remain tethered to the past, unable to let go of Ty and move forward? As Amy continues to take steps toward healing, Lou's words linger in her heart, offering both guidance and a sense of hope, but also the weight of uncertainty. In Heartland Season 18, as the episode unfolds, Lou's condition continues to cast a dark shadow over the entire Heartland family. Her struggle for survival not only affects her directly, but also profoundly impacts the choices and actions of those around her. Even in the face of her own pain and impending mortality, Lou remains a powerful beacon of strength for Amy. Despite her fragile state, Lou's strength of will to see her sister thrive is undeniable. She understands the deep sorrow Amy carries, the difficulty of moving on after losing Ty. But she also knows that life doesn't wait for anyone. Lou's journey, in all its heartache, becomes the catalyst for Amy's personal transformation. While Lou fights for her life, she uses every precious moment she has left to impart wisdom to Amy, urging her to see beyond the pain of the past and look toward a future that is still waiting to be built. In a deeply emotional conversation between the two sisters, Lou tells Amy, "You can't live in the past all the time, Amy. Ty would want you to find happiness again. You need someone by your side. Lindy needs you to be whole again." These words hit Amy like a tidal wave, sweeping over her with the force of love, grief, and realization. Lou, in the midst of her own struggle, is encouraging Amy to live, to love again, and to honor Ty not by holding on to the past, but by embracing the future. Lou's heartbreaking journey serves as a powerful reminder to Amy that life is fragile and that we only get one chance at it. The love she shared with Ty will always be a part of her. But Lou's words remind her that she can't keep holding on to the past forever, not just for her own sake, but for Lindy's as well. Amy comes to understand that, in order to truly honor Ty and the family they dreamed of, she must move forward. She cannot stay trapped in grief. She must find a way to heal and embrace the love and the life still ahead of her. Lou's encouragement becomes the turning point Amy desperately needed. It's not just about moving on for the sake of moving on, but about making a conscious choice to live fully, to open her heart to love again, and to give Lindy the kind of future that Ty would have wanted for her. As Amy watches Lou fight for her life, she finds the strength to do what she thought was impossible, to choose hope over despair, to choose love over grief. By the end of this emotionally charged episode, Amy is ready to make her decision. Lou's words echo in her mind as she faces her own uncertain future. The path forward may not be easy, but Amy knows she has to take it not just for herself, but for her daughter and for Ty's memory. Lou's journey, in all its heartbreak and wisdom, has opened Amy's eyes to the possibilities of tomorrow, and as Amy looks to the future, she finally feels ready to step into the light of a new beginning. But the road ahead is still uncertain. Will Amy be able to open her heart fully to Nathan? Or will the lingering shadow of her past keep her from truly moving on? Lou's fight for her life is not over, and it remains to be seen whether she will survive to see Amy make this monumental choice. One thing is clear, Amy's journey of healing is just beginning. And with Lou's guidance, she's about to take the first step toward a future full of love, hope, and new beginnings. Amy's adventure in Heartland Season 18, Episode 10, is one of love, loss, and new beginnings. In the end, it's not about forgetting Ty. It's about embracing the future with those she loves. With Lou's wisdom guiding her, Amy chooses to open her heart to Nathan, ready to build a new chapter in her life. But the road ahead remains uncertain. Will their love survive? Only time will tell. What do you think? Will Amy's decision lead to happiness, or will the past haunt her forever? With Lou's heartbreaking journey and Amy's tough decisions about love, we're left with more questions than answers. Will Amy choose Nathan? Can she truly move on from Ty? And what's next for Lou and the Heartland family? Do you think Amy is ready to love again? Will Nathan or Caleb be the one to stand by her side? How do you think Lou's story will unfold in the coming episodes? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to our channel Next Level. Thank you.